I am a therapist. A new patient came in today, and I will never forget his story. We will call this man Jacob for privacy reasons. I was in my office and received a phone call from an unfamiliar number. This man identified himself as Jacob. Jacob told me that he thinks he's suffering from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. So of course I told him to head over to my office. Well, over 30 minutes later he arrived. He looks like he hasn't slept in ages. I thought to myself, as I greeted him and we introduced each other, I could tell he had problems. His sunken eyes, pale skin. It's like he hasn't seen the sun in ages. But anyways, that isn't the point. I asked Jacob for his story, and what he told me will stick with me forever. Deep in the desolate and war-torn landscapes of Afghanistan, Jacob was stationed at a remote military outpost. His days were filled with the relentless heat, the deafening sounds of gunfire, and the ever-present sense of danger lurking just beyond the sandy horizon. Jacob had grown accustomed to the horrors of war, but nothing could have prepared him for the chilling secret he was about to stumble upon. During a routine patrol, Jacob's unit came across an abandoned Soviet outpost hidden in the rugged mountains. The decaying walls and rusted barbed wire hinted at a forgotten chapter in history. Intrigued by the discovery, Jacob couldn't resist the allure of the unknown. Ignoring the warnings of his fellow soldiers, he ventured closer to the ruins, determined to uncover the secrets hidden within. As he cautiously explored the dilapidated structures, Jacob stumbled upon a hidden entrance concealed beneath a pile of rocks. The entrance led to a narrow staircase that descended into the depths of the earth. A chill ran down his spine as he pondered whether he should proceed, but curiosity got the better of him, and he descended into the darkness. The air grew colder, and the sound of his footsteps echoed ominously through the tunnels. After what felt like an eternity, Jacob reached the end of the staircase and emerged into a vast underground complex. The flickering lights revealed a long-abandoned Soviet bunker, its walls covered in layers of grime and decay. As Jacob explored further, he discovered a series of rooms containing dusty laboratory equipment and faded documentation written in Cyrillic script. It became evident that this bunker had been a clandestine research facility, a place where the Soviets conducted horrifying experiments on unsuspecting subjects. The remnants of failed test subjects littered the rooms, their bodies grotesquely disfigured and twisted by the cruel hand of science. Overwhelmed by the gruesome sights, Jacob's mind raced with questions. How had this place remained hidden for so long? What unspeakable horrors had taken place within these walls? The answers eluded him, but his survival instincts urged him to leave this nightmarish place behind. But just as he turned to retrace his steps, a chilling voice echoed through the corridors. "Welcome, in Ostronets," it hissed, the sound reverberating through Jacob's bones. He froze in terror, his heart pounding in his chest. The voice grew louder, drawing closer with each passing moment. Jacob's military training kicked in, and he knew he had to escape. He sprinted through the labyrinthine tunnels, desperately seeking an exit. The voice taunted him, its malevolence gnawing at his sanity. Shadows danced on the walls, seemingly alive, and he could feel unseen eyes watching him from the darkness. As he ran, Jacob stumbled upon a room engulfed in darkness. He hesitated, his hand trembling as he reached for the light switch. With a flicker, the lights came to life, illuminating a macabre scene before him. Rows of glass tanks lined the room, each containing a grotesque, writhing figure suspended in murky liquid. Suddenly, the figures stirred, their eyes opening to reveal a hellish glow. They reached out, their distorted limbs straining against the glass, desperate to escape their torment. Jacob's blood turned to ice as he realized that these were not failed experiments, they were still alive. In a panic, Jacob fled the dark, terrible room. But as he stumbled out of the doorway, he heard glass shatter, and his fight or flight immediately kicked in as he knew that one of the subjects broke free of their old glass prison. He bolted down the hallway, lights flickering, wet footsteps slowly catching up to him. And that's when he saw the exit. As he ran out, he slammed the door and didn't say a word for the remaining few months of his deployment. After Jacob told me his story, I was shocked. I was also skeptical. This sounded totally crazy for me. We talked about it, and eventually my day of work was over. I headed home, yet when I arrived something was off. When I entered my room to call it a day, I noticed my closet light was on. Half strange. I thought to myself, I decided on the fact I forgot to turn it off this morning and headed to bed. But as my eyes closed, my thoughts cleared. I heard a raspy hiss, "Hello" in Austranet. Hello and thank you for watching. My main goal for the channel was to cover stories I've been listening to for years and handpicking some of the more better ones. But I've begun writing and featuring my own stories as well. These are not ranked and will be featured weekly. In this spirit, I will also feature newly posted short stories from Reddit's No Sleep forum weekly. Today's story comes from Reddit user We See Ghost 2. If you have a story you would like to have me cover, want to show support for the stories posted, or want to check out other stories, the links to all will be in the description. Thank you all again for watching and stay safe out there.